Hello world, Shelly here, and today I'm going to do an eye look with the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Look at the reflection of how messy my vanity is. I never bought the bronze palette because I don't wear warm tones all that often. However, it came in this month's, well, I guess May's, IPSY Icon Box, which if you're not familiar with the IPSY Icon Box, it's like the Glam Bag and the BoxyCharm, but it is quarterly, once every 3 months. It is $60. You get product value up to $350. It's got 8 full-size prestige beauty products curated by some celebrity of some kind, and in this case we've got Aaron and Sarah Foster. I am not familiar with their show on VH1, I guess it is, but they curated this month's box. Let me show you what's in the box. Then we're going to do an eye look, and you know I'm going to try to get the most cool-toned possible look out of this warm-toned palette. So it's going to be an adventure, but there's some cool stuff in this box. When I pulled out this eyeshadow palette, I about fell out of my chair because, I mean, the value, there's a ton of other stuff in the box, and that's just the eyeshadow palette. So, yeah, we've got, I was going to put this on, and then I forgot, so I'm not wearing it right now, from Femu, the Aurora Dewy Depuffing Revitalizing Mask. So you know I will wear that. Me and face masks, we are friends. From Dermalactives, we have the Purifying Gentle Facial Scrub. So I will be using that. I've been going more physical exfoliation as opposed to chemical exfoliation because I tend to just wreck my skin barrier when I go in with the acids, and you know, more is not more when it comes to exfoliation, so let's try not to wreck our skin barrier. We've got from First Aid Beauty the 0.3% retinol complex serum with peptides. Peptides be one of my favorite things. Come on, focus. There we go. We've got from the Rudest BioBrew, this is for your hair. It is the Fermented Strength Serum. These packagings always make me feel like I'm going to pop a can of biscuits, which is scary. This I'm definitely going to use. Chardonnay oil. It's an SPF 30 sunscreen oil, and part of me loves sunscreen oils because I have dry skin. Part of me loves them because they make my tattoos look very nice. And part of me just loves the irony of putting oil on your skin to protect you from the sun, because I grew up in the time when everyone would slather themselves in baby oil. All it did for me was give me massive sunburn, but believe it or not, there are oils that actually have built-in sun protection, like in the oil itself. But because in the United States they regulate sunscreen as a drug and not a cosmetic, like I can't put any sun protection claims on any product that I make, even if I used oils or zinc oxide or any of the sunscreen actives, because they require extensive clinical testing in order to determine and validate the SPF levels. So you will never see me make sun protection claims from the oils in any of my lotions or anything, but that's why you can do oils that don't cause sunburn. They can actually help protect you. And of course there's, let's see, what are the sunscreen agents in this one? I need Sherlock. Where is Sherlock? Oh gosh. All right, Sherlock's missing. Here he is. And why don't I have reading glasses on my vanity? I don't know, because I have Sherlock. Avobenzene and octisalate. Oh, avobenzene. This is just, it's chemical sunscreen. It's an organic sunscreen. Homosalate, octocrylene. So, yeah. But I'm guessing they're also choosing oils that have some sun protection. We've got shea oil, caprylic capric triglycerides. What other oils in here? Got some passion fruit oil, marula seed oil, jojoba seed oil. Grapeseed oil. That's where the Chardonnay comes from. It's the very last ingredient, so it's very likely in a very small percentage, but Chardonnay grapeseed oil. Wine with my sunscreen. All right, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm definitely going to enjoy that. We also have from Drunk Elephant the D-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Bronzer Drops. I bought these once upon a time. I was just reading an article that it was a business article on how Drunk Elephant has kind of put themselves between a rock and a hard place by sort of courting the teen and tween consumer base that was very into Drunk Elephant products, but in that process, like, a lot of people that used to, they kind of built the brand essentially of our age that now no longer use Drunk Elephant, because you'd go to the Sephora and find, you know, all the samples would be all a mess. And like, I have not experienced this personally. I don't have a problem with younger people using skincare. It's a good habit to get into. My mom would have never bought me Drunk Elephant priced skincare when I was that age. Nor would I have been able to afford it on my minimum wage jobs. But anyway, yeah, I heard they're kind of on the struggle bus with that, because that's not a very sustainable, you know, the kids don't have the money, the parents do. So, I don't know. But yeah, I did buy this once upon a time. I don't self-tan very often, but I liked it when I did. And there is from Rodial, I'm probably saying that wrong, lip oil. You know I love a good lip oil, so I'll definitely be using that. So yeah, there's some good stuff in the Icon Box this time around, but the star of the show is definitely the bronze palette. Look at this beauty. I mean, nothing against warm tones. It's a gorgeous palette for warm tones. I just don't wear them very often. But this shade here is what is getting me right in the heart. And so I think I'm definitely going to use the darker shade next to it. The, what is that? Rhodium. And then kind of looking at these. Beach. There might be a little bit of magma going on. This reddish one. I think Palladium and Bliss are probably the most likely options for my lighter tone. I don't want to go gold. I want to stay with like the pinks, the peaches, that side of this palette. We'll see what I can do. We'll see what I can make of this. Let's zoom in so that you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, I have already primed with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, and if anyone wants a more traditional warm-toned look, go on Mel Thompson's YouTube channel. It's now under her husband's name, but she did a wonderful set of eye looks with this palette, and it came up when I was searching. And rest in peace, Mel. I miss you so much. I didn't know her personally, but I just really loved her eye looks and her makeup and her expertise. And anyway, so I think I'm going to start with Beach, and I'm going to be going for, I think I'm going to go for the reddish magma in the crease. And then I'm planning, I'm going to do kind of, I think I'm going to go with like darker lid and then do like a pop in the center of brighter. So this rhodium in the outer corner, I'm thinking maybe that red High Degree, this one here, in the inner half of my lid, and then probably Bliss in the center, and then we'll deepen it all up with that Deep Dive. That's, all right, that's the plan. That is the plan. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to do the rest of my face after because I just couldn't decide what I wanted to do. Now, I will tell you what brushes I'm using, but like the Wayne Goss number 3, for example. Oh, if you guys have been following his sort of, he is no longer making creative decisions for the brand that bears his name. He seems to have just the worst business luck, that poor guy. So I won't be buying any more Wayne Goss from the Wayne Goss brand. He says there's new things coming from, he hasn't said what, but I'm guessing of his own. What a hot mess. So I don't know if you can still get many of his brushes. I know Beautylish still carries them. And the stuff on Beautylish that was out before this all happened with Wayne Goss is legitimately stuff that he participated in. And they do have some of his brushes, but I don't know if they're going to have... This is one of his original collections, number 3. So I don't know what you'll be able to get or not. But I'm going to go into that lightest shade, Beach, and take that as my sort of crease transition. I just watch what goes on with him, and he's just, over the years, he's just had multiple just unfortunate situations. I'm going to try to make this so that the focus stays on my eye and not on my hand. But this camera likes to go wacky. This is a DSLR camera. It's not one of the new fancy ones that does all the filters and all that stuff. It is like old school manual DSLR, which is how I like it because I don't want filters. But that also means it doesn't have like... One of the coolest things in photography that has come out over the years, in the more recent years, is that sort of product showcase ability, and it was born of YouTubers holding products up to the camera, you know? And that, like, having that sort of a focus built into your camera is quite cool. My Sony vlog camera has that feature, but I don't film sit-down videos with that. So I've thought about it. If I ever stop filming with this DSLR, I will probably film with that Sony camera, because this DSLR only films at 1080p, so it's HD, but it's not 4K. I know this won't make sense to a lot of people because a lot of people don't care about any of this, but I would be able to film 4K if I switched to my Sony camera, but this one is just fine. I leave it set up on my vanity. It's here whenever I want to flip things on and film, which is nice because I don't have to make extra time. Like if I want to just film my makeup look right before work or something, it's easy to do. All right, now I'm going to switch to the Sigma E25 brush. And I think we're going to go in with that magma reddish shade. Reddish matte. It's a little darker than I would normally go in the crease right off the bat, but I want the undertone. So I'm just trying to come in with a light hand, and I think it worked. Nothing too crazy is happening. I try to get the most of the color into the crease and then take what's left on the brush and get the, you know, upper. Camera's not focusing. Focus, please. Thank you. I already can tell why I don't wear warm tones. Like, I just don't like how they look on me. They make me look, I don't know, tired. And I'm not tired. I'm a few days into the first initial bit of relaxation of my summer break. I usually take a week or so to just unwind and then get into the swing of things with my summer work. And I'm in the unwinding phase right now, so I'm well rested. I'm not completely unwound yet, still thinking about work, but I am well rested, and so I should not look tired. I don't know why I feel like warm tones make me look tired. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't have my foundation on yet. That could be because my dark circles are always there. I know they're not that bad, but they're always there. Is that fallout? No, that's just my skin and a cat hair. My blue blood vessel always like freaks me out. Like I look at it and it looks like Fallout. It's not Fallout, it's my blue blood vessel, which is why I like to cover it up. All right, where is my Smith 253? I love this brush. It's a flat packer. We're gonna go into that bluish rhodium and do the outer half of my lid. I say bluish. I don't even know what to call this. It's sort of platinum. It's got a bronze undertone, but it's got a bluish to it as well. It's a really cool looking color. In fact, I'm going to take it all the way halfway. Like, it's a really interesting color shift. I don't know how much is going to come across on camera, but it's a very cool shift to it. All right, I wiped off my brush. I am going to do that reddish high degree. I'm debating between that and Bliss, and I might be going too dark, and then I'm not going to be able to bring it back lighter, and we're just going to find out. I don't know. This might be a mistake. No, it looks kind of cool, actually. I just don't want this to go super warm. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to lose going back into rhodium, just to transition it a little bit. That's nice. That's nice. And take my Wayne Goss number 20 and that deep dive, that dark shade right here. And we are going to do the outer corner, the outer 7. Thank you to Nisha over at Sugar Puff and Fluff. Oh, but she changed the name of her channel, didn't she? Now I can't remember what it is. I can't remember. You know, Nisha. The outer 7 keeps it lifted, so those of us with droopy outer corners don't end up pulling our whole look downward. Ta-da! All right, I'm going to use my fingers with this shade Bliss, and I'm just going to pop a little bit in the center. Just to try and sort of wake it up a little bit. I think I'm going to use the shade in the center here, Alloy. Alloy? Yeah. For my inner corner, this is just a random crown brush, C513. I wish there was just one shade that's just a little bit lighter than everything in here. Yeah, this is a little bit too orange. I'm going to do it on both sides. I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to try True Bronze over here. Or maybe Silk. Should I try Silk? I'm trying to decide which one looks lighter. Yeah, it might be a job for like a proper highlight, like a skin highlighter, a face highlighter, because it's kind of an odd... There's just nothing brighter to do like a bright inner corner. We'll see, we'll see. All right, this is Wayne Goss number 5. I need something on my lower lash line. Should I do... I think I'm going to cool it down with the deep dive in the rhodium. I think I will start with deep dive. And then we'll do just a little bit of rhodium in the outer third. I'm going to take just a little bit of that lightest shade Beach and sort of blur the bottom of it. All right, let me put the rest of my face on. We'll wrap this up. And here is the finished look. Ta-da! So, On the rest of my face, I combined the Lawless Forget the Filler foundation with a little bit of the Dior Forever Hydra Nude because the Dior is a little too light for me, the Lawless is a little too dark for me, and it gets me into a shade that I can work with. I've got 4L in the Lawless, and I've got 1N in the Dior. So that's that combination. I did put a little bit of the IT Cosmetics Radiant Concealer, the Do It All Concealer. This one is in the shade Light, I believe. Light Neutral is the concealer shade. Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liner is my Tight Line. Mascara is the Lawless One and Done. Brows are the Refi Brow Gel, Refi, I don't know. Whatever, however you say that. Blush, Polite Society in Malibu, because it's got a little bit of a peachy undertone. I don't have very many warm tone blushes. This might be the only one I have, literally. Like, I just don't wear warm tone blushes. I do have a little bit of the Fenty Cheeks Out Cream in Amber as contour. Amber? Yes. And busted out the old favorite, the Balm Desert Bronzer, because of its warm undertone, not warm, red undertone, which I guess could pull warm red. I was going for the red to pull out the red from the eye look. And then my lip, remember these Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink? I mean, they still exist. This is in the shade Seductress. Again, I don't have very many nude lipsticks, and I figured a nude would go best with this look. And but I have yet to buy any of the nude shades of the CoverGirl Forever Velvet Pigments. Maybe this is my excuse to go to CVS today and go get a nude shade, because I was there the other day, was looking at the nude shades, and they all looked too warm for me, and so then I just didn't get any. But I should just, maybe I'll look online, because sometimes the swatches online give a better indication of the undertone than trying to like see it through the packaging, you know? Sounds like I just made myself a reason to go shopping. Never a bad thing, never a bad thing. I did line my lips with the MAC pencil in Subculture, but then I covered it all up anyway, because I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. It was just a work in progress. Ooh. So I found my birthday gift from Sephora. I don't know if this was this year or even last year, but I found it. The Patrick Ta. This is a lip shine. The Major Glow Lip Shine. It kind of, I just caught it out of the corner of my eye sitting here, and I haven't tried it yet. So now I feel like I should do just a little bit of, I mean, I know this is a long wear lip color, but maybe just a little glitter, you know? Get that cat hair off my face. Ooh, that is pretty. I don't know how that'll affect the long wearingness of it, but I'm pleased. I'm pleased with myself. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, right? Ah, there you have it. Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Done my way, which is as, I guess it still is a bronzy kind of a look. But that's my take on it. There you have it. Another Get Ready With Me in the books. If you like eyeshadow tutorials, let me know. I know all of mine are like the same techniques. I do my eyeshadow kind of the same system every time. I just pick different colors. But let me know down below if you would like to see other palettes, if you have any other requests. I keep running lists of products to buy. I keep running lists of video ideas. Anything you comment, basically. Like, I don't have an assistant. I'm the one hearting all the comments. I'm the one reading them all. I'm the one taking notes from them all. So if you have any ideas whatsoever, let me know in the comments down below, because I do take note and I make stuff as I can. So there you have it. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.